This is Radio Health Journal. I'm Nancy Benson. This week, the surprising ways friends make us who we are, in both good and bad ways.
One researcher found that not having enough friends or having a weak social circle is basically the health equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
The surprising ways friends make us who we are, when Radio Health Journal returns.
I'm Reed Pence, host of Radio Health Journal. If you enjoy Radio Health Journal, you'll also like our sister show. Here's a preview of what they're covering on Viewpoints this week.
This week on Viewpoints.
These are all seeds of the same poisonous tree of hatred, and now the issue of the Confederate monuments is part of that discussion.
Former New Orleans Mayor Mitch Landrieu discusses the removal of Confederate statues. Then,
the brain needs time down, where you're not putting out energy, but rather taking in energy, recharging. And that's what recess gives the child a chance to do, recharge.
Giving kids that free time to chill out and move. I'm Marty Peterson.
And I'm Gary Price. These stories in depth this week on your public affairs magazine, Viewpoints.
Listen to Viewpoints on your favorite radio station, iTunes, and Stitcher.
As the saying goes, friends are the family you choose for yourself. Just be sure to choose wisely, because science shows that our friends shape us in surprising ways.
I think we're, well aware that our friends give us concrete support and advice and laughter and love, but we may not realize how much they're actually affecting our health and our values, and even things like our success in life.
That's Carlin Flora, author of Friendfluence, The Surprising Ways Friends Make Us Who We Are.
One researcher found that not having enough friends or having a weak social circle is basically the health equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So that's something that people really find surprising because, if you compare it to all the public health campaigns we've had against smoking, there's no equivalent of really encouraging friendship and social relationships in a way that would convince people that these are life-saving ties.
There are instances where having friends can have negative consequences if they're the wrong friends. Flora says even adults are susceptible to peer pressure.
We really are built to fit into a group, so we just adapt the norms of our group over time without even realizing it. If I'm hanging out with a group of friends who go eat fast food every week, I'm just going to begin to think that that's normal. And if they're all gaining a little weight and I gain weight, I'm also going to think that's normal because I look around and I say, I'm basically like everyone else, I'm fine. And over time, all of this is normalized. And then conversely, if you start hanging around people who don't have fast food except for on a special occasion and like to cook fresh vegetables and salads, then that suddenly over time becomes the new norm. It becomes what people do.
So friendship is a powerful thing. But what is it that makes some people just click immediately? Flora says it's quite simple. Birds of a feather flock together. But there are also benefits to building friendships with people who are different from you.
We are very much driven to seek people who are like us. We like people who seem to share our basic beliefs and values simply because of the comfort level. We feel like we can say what we want to say and they're going to understand us and not judge us. You might think that you're sort of different from all your friends, but if you kind of back up a little, you'll see that friend groups are very similar in those superficial ways of being similar in age, race, educational level, and political orientation. But if you go deeper and you do make friends who are different from you, people report that these friendships can be even more satisfying.
In fact, in today's generation, Flora says friends have an even greater influence than family. Researchers argue that our peers trump our parents, even considering the genes they pass along to us. Even our spouses don't play as big a role as we might think.
We're just biased in our culture to kind of emphasize marriage at the expense of friends. And when you're married, it sounds obvious, but it's only to one person, and that person, therefore, only brings out a few sides of you, whereas your friends are spread across in a way where they can speak to different parts of your personality. And you also have friends for much longer than you have a spouse, especially nowadays, because people are delaying marriage or foregoing it altogether. So friends are occupying roles that used to be occupied by family.
Times have indeed changed. Today, 100 million Americans aren't married. That's almost half the adult population. And about half of all singles say they aren't ever looking to get married, according to a Pew Research study. Public perceptions have also shifted. For example, opposite gender friendships used to be a social taboo, but Flora says that's changing. Men and women have more opportunities to develop friendships with each other now in school and at work than they did a few generations ago.
We see that younger people are much, much more likely to report having a best friend of the opposite sex than older people. And I think this is a really great change in friendship because having a friend of the opposite sex really helps us understand the other gender, and it can help us with our romantic relationship.
Technology has also changed friendship dynamics in both good and bad ways.
I think of it as a time trade-off is the biggest danger. If you're spending hours on social media that you could be spending with an actual friend, then you're missing out on all these many benefits we've been talking about. But on the flip side, it really does enable you to keep up friendships with people who don't live nearby, and that's a wonderful thing. And also for people who have specific lifestyles or interests or circumstances that make it hard to connect with people right in their area, they can find like-minded souls across the world and really connect with them. And I think the standard thing people say is that face-to-face is the best. And that's usually true, but there is some evidence that people are more likely to disclose intimacies online than they are in person. So it's not always true that friendships get closer only when they're conducted in person. Sometimes a combination is best.
And as for the notion that technology is destroying people's ability to socialize in person, Flora says that's a myth.
People who are really active online also tend to be more involved with their community and socialize more in the real world. Even teenagers or young people who are kind of constantly online with their friends, they still crave that in-person socialization. So I think it's a little bit that there's, always a fear anytime a new technology comes out. There are really funny old sociological writings on the bicycle and how it was going to lead to women running away, and the telephone, how that was going to destroy relationships. So, I think we're always fearful of how a new technology is going to change, but I think human nature usually prevails.
People who are naturally timid or struggle with social skills can find it especially difficult to make friends. But Flora says everyone can develop the skills for making friends and avoid the debilitating health effects that come with loneliness.
So it's so important to, first of all, just accept that it's a problem if you are finding yourself without friends. And then from there, it's tricky. There's no one formula, but one person in my book mentioned that she took acting classes and that this really helped her be spontaneous in situations and listen better and sort of understand how she was presenting herself. So that's one suggestion. Of course, reading books about friendship and making a good impression and how to sustain conversation. And then I think just walking around with a friendly attitude. I think especially if you live in a more of an urban area, you might kind of go about your business with your head down and you're friendly when you see someone you know, but you're otherwise kind of in your own world. And I think the first step to making friends is to have an open attitude as you're walking about, and then you'll sort of carry over that to moments where you could be meeting someone who really has the potential to be a friend.
The most important thing, Flora says, is to be a good friend, because friendship gives us the opportunity to reach out to others and feel needed. In the words of author Douglas Pagels, a friend is one of the nicest things you can have and one of the best things you can be. Carlin Flora invites you to find out more about her book, Friendfluence, on her website, carlinflora.com. I'm Nancy Benson.
Radio Health Journal returns in just a moment.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please call this toll-free number right now, 800-279-0419. That's 800-279-0419. By calling your addiction team, you're taking the first steps to recovery. Don't fight addiction alone. Their advisors are ready to take your call. Your future is still a bright place. The help you need could be one call away. 800-279-0419. That's 800-279-0419. This call is completely confidential, and if you have private insurance, there could be little to no cost to you. Even if you've already been to treatment, give us a call. There's no need to let addiction ruin your life. Take the first step now. Call your addiction team at 800-279-0419. That's 800-279-0419. Make the free call now. 800-279-0419. 888-279-0419. Your Addiction Team is a third-party advertiser for various treatment centers and placement networks. Individual results will vary. Visit youraddictionteam.com/terms for more information.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-568-1647. That's 800-568-1647. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-568-1647.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you can donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-835-1478. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now. Call 1-800-835-1478. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher for donating. Call now, 1-800-835-1478. That's 1-800-835-1478.
And that's Radio Health Journal for this week. Radio Health Journal is a production of MediaTrax Communications. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and check iTunes for a library of past programs. Plus, you'll always find podcasts of our segments, information about our guests, and the latest health news at radiohealthjournal.net. Join us again next week for another edition of Radio Health Journal.